Welcome to the Fit 15 podcast show, where you'll find health and fitness inspiration, motivation, and information shared in 15-minute episodes. Tune in while getting a move on to make leading and enjoying the benefits of a healthy lifestyle almost too easy. It's the Fit 15. And now your host, Catherine Basu.
Welcome to the Fit 15 podcast show. I'm your host, Catherine Basu, and today I have a little bit of a different episode planned for you. I'm going to be joined by one of my favorite personal training clients who was kind enough to offer to come on and share about her experiences going through a small group fitness program I offer through my fitness company, Fit Armadillo. So I don't always offer this small group fitness program, but it is something that is coming up again on Monday, April 16th, 2018, and my early bird sign-up period ends this Saturday, April 7th. So I was really excited when Megan offered to come on the show and just share her insights. I love this program and challenge because it's something where I can actually guarantee results the healthy way. So for people that are interested in starting the summer 2 sizes smaller, because we'll end right around the start of summer with this next challenge group, you are able to do that the healthy way if you join us. And it's also a really great program for really anyone, because I don't have a crazy weight loss detox scheme planned for you. Basically what we do during the challenge is work to gradually build healthy habits over the 10 weeks that we're together, and I'd make sure we personalize what you're doing as well, so not everyone's going to have the same challenges and struggles and goals. So there's that personalization piece. That's why I keep it to 10 participants max. And I also incorporate some strength training. So we do 4 to 5 hours of strength training a week. So it's a really good option for people looking to learn how to tone up at home and have a really efficient, effective workout and not have that excuse of not having enough time, right? Because you're able to get things done in just a few hours a week versus having to worry about wasting a lot of time going to and from the gym. So I will definitely do at least one webinar, one online workshop next week before I close out signups for this spring session. So you can look forward to that. If you want to subscribe to the podcast to learn more about the details on that or send in any questions, feel free to do that. But like I said, I'm really honored and excited to have Megan on the show to share her insights and her experiences of going through the program this past fall. So without further ado, here is my client, Megan Sneller. Who is Megan Sneller? Megan is a busy mom to one little girl, a wife, a small business owner, and a full-time pharmacist. Fitting in fitness is tough, but she shares that with the tips that she's learned from the Drop 2 Sizes Challenge, it is possible. So Megan, thank you so much for taking the time to join me for the podcast to share some of your experiences with the Drop 2 Sizes Challenge with my listeners.
Yay, thanks for having me.
So one thing I'd just love to have you share at first, let people know, I guess, initially, is that you have been a regular client. So you've done private sessions with me over video chat for a while. And then this past fall, it was the fall, I had you join us for the Drop 2 Sizes Challenge. So wondering if you could share a little bit about your decision to try the challenge versus, stick to your regular sessions.
Yes, of course. So I had been, like Catherine said, a regular client for a while, fitting in usually weekly workouts, and then I'd repeat them on my own, adding my own cardio, things like that. But then when the Drop 2 Sizes Challenge came along, I got to looking at it and thought, well, okay, this will be a better way to do this. Not only will I have other people to keep me accountable, but I also get more attention from Catherine, which is good. You get, checked up on, which I need for the accountability, and then also, some new workouts, some new friends along the way, and financially, it makes just as much sense as private workouts. So it was a lot of fun, and that definitely contributed to my decision to do it.
Awesome. Well, I really enjoyed having you along for the challenge and having more time with you than just our one session a week. So that was cool for me too. So awesome. I know, like, you had already been a client, so it might be different than for people who are, newer to me or Fit Armadillo. But did you have any hesitations about trying the challenge? I mean, you said you had some ideas as to why it might be a good thing, but anything that you were not sure of before you signed up?
Well, with my busy schedule, I was a little bit nervous about fitting in everything.
Mm.
A lot of times we come down to the excuses of, oh, I don't have time for that. And, I don't know if I can commit to that for that amount of time and, just time in general.
Mm-hmm.
But, in the long run, after we started doing it, it's a little bit day by day. It didn't really take too much time. And I found that, with me really enjoying it, it helped to where I actually made time for it, which is what we should be doing all along. And then another hesitation I had was group workouts.
Mm-hmm.
But, with the small group size, it was perfect. We had lots of fun. Everybody was so supportive, really nice. So that definitely worked out great.
Awesome. Yeah, I love having the group because people often ask questions that, I might not think of, but that are on everyone's mind. So it's always good, or share even tips too, right? I know I'm trying to think of an example right now, but I know there are a few like tips and resources that some people had shared last time that, I didn't even know about. So it's always good to have the added brain power, right?
Yes, the extra ideas for meal plans was particularly helpful. I can't remember who shared it, but it was just like all sorts of new things, packed veggie recipes that were really helpful.
Yeah, no, of course. And yeah, I'll have to go back in my notes and find some of those links to share in the show notes for our podcast show, because I'm sure there's some good things that are easy to find and get people looking at. So wondering, Megan, if you could share as well, since you've done the Drop 2 Sizes challenge in particular, if you want to just share anything about, Fit Armadillo in general, but what changes have you noticed in your life since doing the challenge?
Well, since doing the challenge, one of the big things while you're doing the challenge is keeping a journal of what you're eating, how you're exercising, kind of what you're doing every single day, so that you can kind of look back and reflect on what you've done well, what you haven't, setting new goals each week to try to keep yourself on track. That in particular really helped me and is something I've carried forward. Just meal planning in general for me has been really helpful to go through, write down what I plan on having.
Hey friends, that is your halfway point reminder if you're joining us and only have 15 minutes. And if you're joining us and have no idea what is going on, head on back to episode 000 to learn more. All right, back to Megan.
I've actually been ordering my groceries online and just having them delivered so that I don't
awesome.
fall into the temptations while I'm at the store, all the little samples and all the crazy things that might be on sale. So that's really helped me going forward. And then just actually really thinking about what I'm eating in terms of kind of keeping like a mental track of how many servings of vegetables I'm eating and kind of what I'm eating in terms of that. And then also really focusing on how much water I'm taking in. So that was one of the goals, and definitely something that, after thinking about it constantly for several weeks, it's just always on the radar.
Awesome. I'm glad that's been able to carry through. So it's always exciting to see it last beyond the few weeks, right? Very
yes.
good.
And, there are times that maybe I don't get quite all my workouts in, but, at least we're working on the other things too. So, balance, right?
Yeah. And that is true, right? It's not, obviously the workouts are important and great, but, one thing I try to tell people too, because, the challenge, it can help people drop 2 sizes, but it's also meant to be a healthy lifestyle, program. So we're not often we're spending like 4 to 5 hours a week on those workouts, not like hours in the gym. So it is the other parts that are actually really important as well. So
absolutely. Yeah.
Very good. So one thing you shared about the journal being helpful. What are some ways that you have planned meals to fit easily into your busy schedule? I know you mentioned the shopping part, but anything else that you might want to share with people?
So when I'm making my journal and my meal plan, I go through and I kind of look at, okay, these are the events that I have this day. Here's realistically what I'm going to have time to do, whether it be, throw something in a crock pot so that it's ready when I get home, or whether it be, okay, I know that we're not even going to be home this night. I'm going to plan for us being out, but we're going to go here to eat, and this is what I'm going to have. And just kind of mentally preparing for what exactly the plan is has helped me a lot. And then, just finding new recipes. There was it seemed like a website somewhere along the way that I found, but I also went to Pinterest and just started looking at different recipe ideas, and that just kept it fresh for me, just coming up with new things to try and just kind of keeping track of things that way.
Awesome. Yeah, no, it is a lot easier to get excited about eating healthy if you have something you're excited about making, right? So
Yes.
love that. So would you want to share, maybe Megan, I know I try to like share all the details or as much as I can for people that are interested in the program, but what would you say maybe is a specific feature that you like the most about the Drop 2 Sizes Challenge?
Ooh, that's going to be hard to pick just one. Like I said, the journal and the meal planning was super key for me because I don't do, if I'm not sitting writing things down and planning things out, I fall into, oh, that's convenient, let's stop there and, just eat this or that. And so that was really, really, really crucial for me. And then, just having, access to new workouts,
Sure.
pretty regularly, that helped keep things fresh for me, just keeping things fresh and being intentional and pre-planning really helped me more than anything. And the program definitely offers that. And then there's just, the support of the weekly calls and just, hearing other people who have this similar experiences, oh yeah, I didn't do so good this week, but, just the encouragement to stay on track and keep going.
Sure.
Was helpful.
No, I definitely appreciate that. I mean, I share with people, for those who aren't able to join us this time, I think to me, some of the key things are what you share, like planning ahead is huge, accountability is huge, and then personalizing it to yourself, right? Because not everyone has the same goals each week or the same things they need to work on to get to the next level. So yep, you're reading my mind on those. Awesome. So one thing that's part of the program is recovery is important as well. So any favorite recovery exercises of yours that you want to share with us?
Oh my gosh, yes. So I had never tried foam rolling before this experience with the Drop 2 Sizes Challenge, and I love it. It is the best thing ever. I have several different foam rollers. My 2-year-old loves to play on them, but they definitely work out just tense muscles, sore muscles. Is so helpful. And then I really enjoyed, walking. I've always enjoyed just going for a walk, putting the kiddo in a stroller and going. But then swimming. Swimming was one of my big, maybe not so much during the challenge, but afterwards.
Sure.
Is doing like water aerobics and just lap swimming have been way, way nice. Because you don't really feel it so much, but it definitely helps get out the muscle tension, and it was great. Yeah, those are my favorites.
Awesome. No, it's good. Yeah, and I love how, obviously I always like to encourage people to get into running because that's my favorite thing. But I love how, there is that room for being able to add in things that you enjoy and that you're able to get some swimming in. So that's good. Very good.
Yes. I did add, a few interval running things, during the challenge. I remember specifically, just to, a little burst of running. I've never been much of a runner. I've done a few, smaller 5Ks and things like that, but definitely not any marathons like you and my sister.
I mean, not yet, we might keep working on you. Maybe once Madison's talking, more and knows more about running, we can get her.
Maybe one day. Madison really loves to run, so maybe she'll pick up the slack. I don't know.
She's a tough trainer.
I'm not going to say never, but you just never know.
I mean, she's always trying to increase, weights when you're around by like lying on you, and if she's working out with us, so who knows?
Yeah, she definitely adds intensity, and she's already getting to where she can lift things on her own, so there's just no telling what we're going to end up with.
It's too funny. Well, I guess just to help us close out here, I think this is an obvious question I'm asking, but maybe just some things you might want to touch on, which is, would you recommend the Drop 2 Sizes Challenge to a friend, and why or why not?
Of course. Yes, it was definitely a fun experience. I did drop the 2 sizes, even through some obstacles that came up throughout the way. I had a minor surgery towards the end, and so we were able to make modifications and still be able to meet the goal because we had started strong and just kept going. And then, too, I did recommend it to several of my friends who had asked kind of what I had done. And
Yeah.
yeah, it is. I cannot stress enough. It is definitely a wonderful program, and everybody needs to do it.
Thank you. I obviously you're having me blush here, and I appreciate you sharing that. And I know, like for me, sometimes I'm like, oh, do I want to call it the Drop 2 Sizes Challenge? Because personally, I feel like it can really benefit anyone. I don't know if because sometimes people don't have a goal of dropping 2 sizes. Can you share anything on that aspect of it, of who it could help, just from your experiences?
Yeah, I mean, absolutely. It can help anyone who's just looking to get into better shape physically, whether that be, increasing their capacity in terms of, resistance training and strength training. It can help people who are big runners who need to get in that extra training to help them on their runs. It can benefit anybody who's just looking for a lifestyle change, getting on track with what they're eating and how they're doing things. I mean, it really works for just about anyone, even if your goal isn't to lose weight as much as just to remain in a healthy condition and, remain on track with your fitness goals. There is definitely something for you there.
Awesome. Well, I appreciate the testimonial there for that.
Anytime.
And Megan, we mentioned in the beginning that you are a small business owner. I don't know if you want to share with anyone, what you have going on and how they can connect with you, whether they have questions on the challenge or things that you have going on your social media.
Of course. Yeah. So I'm on social media. I'm not sure. I think my personal account is hard to find. I'm not really sure. Anyways, my business account, my small business is a clothing line. If anybody's heard of LuLaRoe, it originated in California. We have the most comfortable clothes ever, ranging from dresses and skirts to leggings, all kinds of fun stuff in between. You can find us on Facebook under LuLaRoe, Rachel DeCamp, and Megan Sneller. We have a personal or a business page there, and then there's a link to our private Facebook group. We do live sales on there. We do albums, all sorts of fun stuff like that. Lots of giveaways, lots of fun times. Mostly just a community where people can come and feel confident about themselves and find comfortable clothes that are cute as can be. That's kind of what I do in my spare time.
Very cool. Yeah, no, I've been enjoying the clothes myself, and I can still be comfortable and not be wearing yoga pants all the time. So that's always nice.
We can't completely get rid of the yoga pants. I'm still a yoga pant lover at heart.
Oh boy. Yeah, right. I mean, I'm with you on that. I don't want to get rid of them, but sometimes I try a little harder.
Yeah, sometimes in the heat of summer, yoga pants get turned down for some dresses and stuff like that.
This is true. Well, Megan, I really appreciate you chatting with me and sharing some more behind the scenes and personal, experiences with the Drop 2 Sizes Challenge. And thanks for spending the time with us.
Yes, thank you. It was fun.
Thanks for listening to the Fit 15. For show notes and more, visit fitarmadillo.com/podcast. See you next time.
All right, friends, I hope you enjoyed listening to Megan's explanation of my Drop 2 Sizes Challenge program. If you're interested in learning more, I have a lot of great details on the challenge itself. Happy to answer any of your questions, though. You can find more about the challenge by going to today's show notes. You can see Megan's before and after pictures and a little bit more about Megan herself, and then also the link to the challenge, which is fitarmadillo.com/D2S. That's D as in drop, 2 as in the number 2, and S as in sizes. The program will start on Monday, April 16th. The cart will close on that weekend, so you're able to get all your supplies and get set up properly. And the early bird special ends this Saturday, April 7th, 2018. So don't miss out on that. You can save some money that you can put towards your supplies and your fresh, yummy, delicious, and nutritious foods. if you sign up then. So send in any of your questions before you do so, and I look forward to helping you reach your fitness goals and jumpstart your healthy lifestyle this spring. Thanks so much for listening to the podcast. I will chat with you tomorrow if you subscribe. Bye.